Alabama tugged at the straps of her backpack, squinting under the alien sun that painted the sky in shades of violet and amber. The planet, called Zythera, was wild, untamed, and filled with creatures whose reputations sent shivers through even the most seasoned explorers. Among them were the predator cubs, small but viciously intelligent beings with glinting eyes and retractable claws, known for hunting anything that moved. Alabama's mission was simple: collect samples for the Human Exploration Corps. Dangerous? Yes. Impossible? Not for humans. Beside her, Santiago adjusted his visor, scanning the terrain with the sharp focus that humans had honed over millennia of survival. "Remember," he whispered, "we don't fight unless we have to. Observation first. That's how humanity survives out here." Alabama nodded, though her heart thumped. The cubs' territory was ahead, a dense forest of crystalline trees that chimed faintly as the wind passed through their branches. The moment they stepped beneath the canopy, movement caught Alabama's eye. A flicker of shadows, too quick to be a trick of the light. Then came the pitter-patter of small paws on the metal-like undergrowth. The predator cubs had found them. Santiago froze beside her, but Alabama, drawing on a courage that humans had evolved over thousands of years of facing threats far deadlier than any alien cub, smiled. Slowly she removed her hat, a bright, floppy thing with patches from home, and held it out. One cub, slightly larger than the rest and with eyes that seemed to hold calculating intelligence, tilted its head. Alabama dropped the hat, letting it land softly on the crystalline leaves. The cub approached, sniffed the hat, and with a low, approving growl, nudged it towards the others. Santiago whispered, incredulous, You think that worked?" Alabama shrugged. "Humans understand symbols. We always have." Indeed, it had worked. The cubs, instead of charging or clawing at them, began a strange ritual. One by one, they sat on their haunches and lifted a paw in a salute-like gesture. It was awkward, almost comical, but unmistakably respectful. Alabama and Santiago stared at each other, awe mingling with amusement. The predator cubs, the most feared species on Zythera, were acknowledging human cleverness. Over the next few days, the cubs followed the pair like loyal apprentices. They mimicked human gestures, saluted during meals, and even paused respectfully when Alabama and Santiago approached alien machinery. At first, it was eerie. Machines that made grinding noises and spat out glowing capsules were receiving salutes. But Alabama saw it as an incredible demonstration of adaptation and intelligence. "They're learning," Santiago said, eyes wide. "Not just imitating. They're integrating human behavior into their instincts." Alabama grinned. "That's humanity for you. When life throws challenges bigger than your body, you solve them with your mind." The true test came when a sudden Zytheran storm erupted. Violent winds shattered crystal leaves and lightning zigzagged in the purple sky. The predator cubs scattered, terrified by the sheer force of nature. Alabama and Santiago huddled under a rocky overhang, shouting instructions over the roar. But then the cubs returned, carrying scattered supplies and even dragging fallen pieces of human equipment to safety, as if understanding that these humans were their protectors. By the end of the storm, the humans and cubs had forged an unspoken alliance. Where predators had once represented danger and fear, they now symbolized the respect that cleverness and courage could earn. The cubs saluted once more, not just the humans, but even the battered vending machine they had been experimenting with to retrieve emergency rations. Alabama laughed, brushing a streak of alien dust from her face. "You know," Santiago said, looking at the cubs, "humanity didn't just survive here. We changed the ecosystem, and they respect us for it." Alabama nodded, feeling the weight of human achievement. Across galaxies, humans were often underestimated. Aliens saw them as fragile, predictable, even expendable. But here, on Zythera, they had left their mark, not through sheer strength, but through ingenuity, empathy, and understanding of symbols. The hat, a trivial object from Earth, had become a token of trust and recognition. As the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in deeper shades of violet, Alabama and Santiago watched the cubs perform their salute one last time before settling for the night. In the glow of bioluminescent flora, the humans felt an extraordinary sense of accomplishment. They had survived the wild, tamed the untamable, and earned the respect of beings who could have easily been their end. Santiago chuckled. "Do you think they'll salute the next explorers, too?" Alabama picked up her hat and placed it back on her head. "Oh, they'll salute anyone smart enough to understand them. And that's humans by default." As night fell over Zithera, the predator cubs curled around the humans' camp, keeping watch like silent sentinels. Somewhere deep in the wild, the legends of humans, their courage, wit, and the power of small gestures like a hat began to spread. And for once, the galaxy's deadliest predators were learning not to fear, but to respect humanity. Because when humans face the unknown, they don't just survive, they obey.